Welcome back to some professional StarCraft 2 from the King of Battles 3. Two contenders, both occasionally looking like some of the best, but right now, honestly, some of the rest. Let me introduce this season's GSL Finalist. Kind of an underdog out of nowhere. It is the Korean Protoss Creator. Giving us some content here today. Like and subscribe. And of course, in the top left, had a rough patch since I am Katowice, but still one of the most micro-intensive Terrans in the history of Terranity. Of course, it's Team Liquid's French Terran, Clem. NG Bay blocking to start. The cheeky devil. So, honestly, I was not following this somewhat convoluted season of GSL that closely. I was surprised. I was not shocked, but I was quite surprised. That's what I'll commit to. Quite surprised to see that Creator made it that far. So we'll see what he has to show us. He had to go through some Terrans to get there, including players like Maru. Though Maru has not been a Terran versus Protoss specialist much of the time. Maru's not here, though. Clem is. He's very here. He's at Creator's Natural, with an NG Bay about 90% done. And I think this is why so many Protoss have started just building the Zealot blindly. Because, one, having the Zealot forces... you take the initiative. You have a Zealot. Alright, that's been a plot device in everything from here to the best anime in the history of anime, which is, of course, StarCraft. And two, the NG Bay actually really does slow down your Nexus and throw off the entire build. Oh my god, he's coming in. He's thinking about more. Trying to figure out whether or not there's going to be some sort of cheeky follow-up. Nope. Gets out. The Zealot. Always in an awkward spot. As a melee unit in an advanced alien race. Up against a bunch of dudes with drugs and guns, and they don't even have their drugs yet. Doesn't really have that much of a place. He just kind of sits there, and he's the scapegoat for any sort of Terran anger. But Protoss doesn't have too many options early outside of it, so the Zealot ends up being that filler unit. Sometimes literally in the form of a wall, sometimes figuratively. But here, Creator not going to commit it across the map. Clem was scouted, and was scouted that there's no expansion on the low ground. Now, we know that Clem has that expo up there on the high ground, hidden away. But right now, Creator only just going to realize that. Clem, close the door. He does. Door shuts in the face of a probe, but not before seeing the factory and the command center. Now, of course, there were no other units, so that's a little suspicious. Yep, there's the Zealot, drawing that anger. The lock-on. Better the Zealot than the Stalker to start, but Creator with two Stalkers. That is not a game-ending army. He's forced to pull probes. Clem with the target fire on the Stalker pulls back in time. Already losing 5 probes. Okay, 5 probes to a haphazard attack here, but the shield batteries finish. I don't think Creator realized how much Clem will do with how little. Clem, you should not be surprised when he comes across the map with a Cyclone and 5 Marines. It feels like an army that you can shrug off, and then suddenly your economy is barely better than a Terran's. Clem did have to lift his command center over to the low ground, so that denies a couple SCVs. The income, well, okay enough for Creator at the moment. Not that right now is when the income graph is going to matter much. It's 3 more gates, bringing us to 4 and blink, so 2 base blink pressure. Maybe thinking about a 3rd Nexus, but he wants to get some damage done. Clem? Does he have a starport? No. And he's scared of DTs. Or, well, maybe not scared so much as understands DTs are a possibility. He hasn't seen anything. No Stargate units coming in. There were almost no units to defend. So that does not decrease the likelihood that there's some big tech play coming. Yeah, Clem, a little suspicious of those potential Dark Templar, but it is just going to be Blink, which he's also got some preparation for. The one glaring part of this is the lack of a starport. Terran's kind of going back to the future here with the low-tech, just mass unit attacks. Oh, this is going to get weird. So the Observer is coming across at literally the worst possible timing. It's going to scout, miss the army. If it had been there 10 seconds earlier, it would have seen the army. If it had been there 10 seconds later, it would have seen the army. So now, like, you can't recall Terran units. The Observer will die. That's kind of irrelevant. Meanwhile, well, the probes are on the run, so this gets weird. The Stalkers, two of them walling the ramp. There's a single Marauder. A tank comes out. Zealot's warped in. Recall is an option here. Wait, no, there's no energy in the main. He can't recall. He just chrono boosted all his gates. Creator! No! Oh, no. Well, so it's a base trade. It's an all-out, can you kill all the buildings situation. Well, at least one of the orbitals. Yeah, how many Protoss? Creator is building, he's building a Dark Shrine out on the field, but I don't know if he's going to have any gateways with which, if he finishes the Dark Shrine and still has any amount of gateways. But, this is a little bit awkward here. There's only a handful of Stalkers in the main, but Clem still has at least one orbital save. This went from 0 to 100 and now back to 0 pretty quick. Creator is expanding to Clem's 7.5 minutes. And we are in a full-on base trade. And it's almost reaching a conclusion. As right now, Clem's army can outright beat Creator's. But there are Blink Stalkers that can work across the entire map. And a Dark Shrine is technically on the way, though you need a gateway with which to warp in a Dark Templar, and Creator does not have that. And you also need to not be supply blocked, but Clem might help with that. Clem did miss a pylon in the main. We'll see if that ends. Yeah, with the Dark Shrine isn't even necessarily the end. Oh, Clem, there and back again. A Terran story. Here he is. He's back at home. Returns from whence he came. That's a lot of Stalkers. Well, we'll see. Are the Blink Stalkers enough to whittle this down is the question. Wow, I have... Yeah, Creator can't build any more units. 16 Stalkers. That's it. That's the army. Clem is rebuilding Marines. And a medevac. He scans in the corner. He's gonna miss the Dark Shrine. A gateway being proxied now. How, like, what is going on? On paper, Clem has the advantage, but Clem doesn't see the paper. This is very important. Neither player. They're in the dark here. It's unclear to both players exactly how many workers are left, how much production is out on the map. They know there's at least one base. Has Clem spotted? He doesn't know the Nexus is at his third. But Clem does still have 2 orbitals. He's too scared to move out from this location because otherwise the Blink Stalkers will start whittling him down. But the Dark Templar are being warped in from behind Clem's army. The Warp Prism spots one of the orbitals. Chrono boosts a Creator, chrono boosting 100% of his gateways. The Stalkers are heading back towards the probe! Where's that? There are 2 medevacs. He's putting the units in the medevacs, so that way they can't be killed by the Stalkers. We're about to pass the 10-minute mark. This has been the quickest things have ever, like, this is one of the quickest disasters I've ever seen. Creator with a very creative method of forcing this base trade. There are stalkers in Clem's second... Okay, so the DTs are, of course... Oh, he spotted the Nexus! He sees the Nexus! He knows there can't be that much. The stalkers are pulling back. Clem lifts again! Did he spot the Dark Templar? There is still an orbital, but the oh, he lost one! The DTs! There's no more gas. How many DTs? There are 3 DTs. He has no scans. He's going for the buildings! Are there any... The DTs, he just has to eat the damage and try to kill what he can. He's taking whatever is possible. There's no more... The scans are a long way off. He's chasing the stalkers as the Dark Templar chase the army because he can't kill the DTs, but he can't kill the stalkers. He jumps over. Oh, there's not that many probes, Clem! Is microing his heart out against things he can't see. He's killing so many probes, Creator can't afford that. The DTs, wait, that's a zealot. Clem picks up again. Creator down to 7 probes. Clem, he can't drop a mule, but there's not enough scans. Will the DTs actually be enough? More Marines! He knows... Oh my god. Creator might be doing it. Oh, he tries to micro away. There's now too many. The DTs are doing it. But wait! Marines! There's only so many probes. Clem losing. He's gonna save that scan. He's holding on to the scan. Oh, he scans. He's trying to kill the DTs, but the stalkers might be enough. Oh, he gets a second one. No, mistargeting. Creator goes all the way. It expands to Clem's third. And Clem isn't quite able to slap it down. So Creator succeeds in base trading a Terran. That was the most typical, atypical base trade I've seen. It ended with Dark Templar, but the details. Oh, the details. Oh, what, like... That was like watching, I don't know, a bullet train run off the tracks into a river, but it was saved by a large fishing barge. So the train is on the barge, but the fishing barge is then eaten by a whale. And here we are. What a whale of a game that was. Game 2. You don't know what's gonna happen next. We'll pretend that was the summary. Wow. Okay. All right. That was one of the most unnecessary base trades. If Creator had just saved 50 energy, he could have... Now, could he have recalled enough units to deal with the army? I don't know. But he managed to bank up just enough resources to get a Nexus, a Dark Shrine, and a Gate. And remember, even though on paper Clem probably could have just all-out attacked, he doesn't know. He doesn't know where the Nexus is. He doesn't know where the Dark Shrine is. There are a finite amount of units on the map. And it's not like you can send out individual Marines. I think Clem gonna play a lot more cautious. Because Creator... That was a bit of a parting style there. It's like, I don't care what's happening, I'm blinking into the main. So Clem thought he was the one taking the aggressive initiative. But Creator just... Little does Clem know how close Creator was to just playing a standard game. That observer was a third of a screen away from seeing the army. And there's no way Creator just chooses to go to the main. If you see the army, you start harassing it with blink stalkers, whittling it down, eventually probably causing it to turn around to some extent. So, Clem might not realize that Creator isn't crazy, he's just slightly ignorant. At least based on that game. There's a difference. That's why I count. Now, blink is not something of note in and of itself. Blink is probably the most, or at least the second most standard opener behind Stargate. They're pretty close. Clem's doing a proxy starport Hellion drop. The reason you put the starport out here is you get 4 Hellions before a medevac finishes. So you put it closer to the base. Usually you follow up with like, oh god, okay. And Creator just giddy ahead of things, slaps down a Dark Shrine. Well, here we are. Yeah, just making sure he's ready for later. Dark Shrine, Gateway. So here's what's going to happen. Clem's going to get in. There's not going to be that many units. He's going to murder a whole bunch of probes. But because Clem is sending out all his units to murder probes, he's not going to have much, and then the DTs are going to do damage. And we could end up in a very similar situation, but with even worse economies and less army. So, never mind. So much for the caution. He wouldn't do it again. Like, Clem scouted! Oh my god, he's so close to seeing it. Slurps up the Hellions. There's only one gateway. Yeah. Well, probes will very much die here. Stalker's warped in. 4 kills so far. 8. 10. And he gets up and he gets out. Barely taking any damage on the medevac, and minimal damage on the Hellions as well. Creator, you gotta wall that off! Oh my god, the bait and switch. Clem is thinking too hard. There just wasn't a wall here. Like... he could have just gone in, but he sent the medevac into the main to bait and switch. Okay, so never mind. Yeah. Don't let him in. There is a scan, but he let the first DT, and Clem, he sees it. There's a... oh my god, if he had scanned the first one, then this just ends. But no. There's another DT that gets into the main. The revolving door continues. He has another scan. Another scan used, but then the third DT comes in. I didn't expect that one, did you? Yes, he did. He very much did. But... oh, he's got a wall. No, you gotta wall that off! He's gotta raise the tank! Ah! Oh, well, the turret. The Marine standing there and getting super murdered. You gotta be careful about that turret! Or did the DTs get out? He doesn't have a turret at the ramp, so here we are. 3 scans, but Creator's still down 9 workers. The Hellions did... yeah, the Hellions... did way too much. Even for the situation Creator was in, he did not... that was not good micro. He lost way too many probes to 4 Hellions. So, Clem actually here will stabilize. It isn't a economic disaster quite as much for the French Terran. It's gonna be an Archon drop micro situation. Creator a little desperate. Well, this is a better option than trickling in DTs when he has detection, though. Clem will have to make some big mistakes to throw this one away, I think, though. Well, Archons are big mistakes waiting to happen, as we all know. Oh, what a save! What a save! Kills the, well, for a second, and then he lost the Cyclone. But, overall, yeah, the Archons are annoying, but there is no charge. There are no upgrades. There's no storm. Nothing. Nothing. You got nothing. Combat shield stim. Yeah, there's gonna need to be maybe a scan or two. This is a game-ending army. Clem feeling vengeful right now, I think. He's like, not 2 games in a row. This ain't happening. Few Marines trapped at the front, but they get close. The tanks will cover them. Yeah. Another DT. I mean, the third base, yeah, that's not gonna happen. Cancelled. Clem, I love the first class travel here. Instead of allowing the Marines and Marauders to walk across the map, he loads them up into a medevac so DTs can't annoy them on the way across. Alright, the scan on everything here. Shield battery overcharge. Not enough! Words rarely said. Targeted down, grinding through, tearing up, and knocking out. GG! 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 Clem takes it back, ties it up. That's a little more sanity there. A little more. Okay. All right. So, you know the question. Does he do it again? Clem had all the information that time around. He almost shut it down before it started, but the first, like, they have a way of slipping it. I don't know how they do it, but that first TT almost shut down before it started. Clem was walling off the ramp for them. It was intentional, but somehow the DT slipped by. All right, that shadow butter greasing them up. Yeah. Now this is a gateway placement. I guess he's trying to maximize his pylon efficiency and necessary infrastructure safety rating. That observer, not happy about it though. Feeling judged. NG Bay block. The probe. Unhappy about the activities of the SCV. In fact, a whole committee four out of 5 probes hate SCVs. And the 5th probe has questionable loyalties, but let's be honest, they're probes. Oh my god, he queued it up. Come on, Clem, get out of here. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get him out. All right.
Denied.
I can't believe he went back for more. That's a statement. All right. He was willing to lose the SCV for negligible amount of engineering bay HP just to send a message. There's no way that's worth it except for the message sent. Where is your warp gate, creator? Well, looks like Clem's gonna do the Hellion drop. Oh, he just forgot. If he had, like, built a Stargate or a Twilight, at least you could justify being, like, 20 seconds late on Warp Gate. No. No. That was what the message... That was what the message accomplished. Alright. Creator flustered. Well, oh, the probe tapped the SCV, which means it's 2 shots away, but Creator doesn't take advantage of it. He could have delayed the command center. Oh, but another probe! Ah, yes, they had a taste of SCV, and now they want more. How do probes taste? Either side of that statement, actually, is a little bit of cause for discomfort. Imagine being the one being tasted. Moving on. Hellion drop scouted. Except it's not a drop. He's just going to run the Hellions in because at this point, Creator gets one. Wait. Oh, I thought that... Oh, the... What? Okay. Ah! No. Well, here comes Clem. He could technically dodge. There are batteries in the back. There's no batteries at... Well, this seems like an unforced error here. Creator. Well, only 2 probes. Only 2 probes. There's a weird amount of things on the minimap. I'm not... Like, why are there 2 pylons? And why are there no units? What's going on? I don't... At this point, I think both these players have forgotten how to play normal. This series has been so... like, off-key. What is this? Whose base is this? It looks like Creators based on where the units... Oh! Whoa, where did they come from? Oh, the Hellions! Everybody's invited! Well, the medevac is taking a lot of damage, but the Stalkers... The starport landed and is part... What is Zealot? Yeah, come on in! Alright, everyone's here! Okay. The Stalkers. Zealot's back. Another tank. Okay, but where are you going? Why are you bringing... You saw the tank, right? Well, the tank is not enough. Clem doesn't have enough. He gets another medevac out. Losing SCVs. These are just basic gateway units. He has no blink, no charge. Doesn't even have a warp prism. And he doesn't have any tech buildings. Creator, do you know what year it is? You can't just forgate. Creator, for those who don't know, was a Wings of Liberty Protoss as well, but I don't... He's building a Twilight now. Any guesses on what it's for? He wouldn't. It'd be so obvious that he, like, at what... Okay, blink. But that doesn't preclude any... Blink does seem... It seems like it's a little late for the blink. But that might be the best time. At this point, I'm gonna stop trying to analyze the situation. I'm here to read the production tab and get confused about everything else. That is my job. Like and subscribe. Well, the medevac comes out. Stim's not done. Those are just 8 unstimmed Marines. They will kill a non-zero number of probes. Stim is done in 3 seconds. Blink is a long way off. Creator doesn't have that many probes. There's just pylons everywhere. He's just got pylons everywhere. Well, it was said you must construct additional pylons, but No, no. Screw you, creator. He doesn't have the gas for it. So that might just be for Blink. The thing is, here comes Clem with an army including tanks. Remember the tanks? He joins up at the Marine drop as well. Did creator forget about the tanks? It's possible. In his reality, there are no tanks. You're just hallucinating again, creator. Nobody uses that ability. You don't even have sentries. Well, shield battery overcharge could help. It does. It's out of range. He's blinking back into it. This is actually not a horrible... Yes, it is. It's bad. It's real bad. Stalkers are real bad. This is bad. He's super dead. Clem's just gonna win. Okay. All is right in the world. Well, this is like Zest on one of his bad days, is what this series reminded me of. It took almost all 3 games to get to Zest. All right? That's almost a new achievement. But Clem is literally running him in circles. It's not figurative. It's literal. And 2-1 Clem. And the 1 was a very big, like, asterisk, I think. That was the most tenuous one possibly I've seen in quite a while. It was a 1, though. And that is what's important. So, creator. Definitely his new brand of Protoss. Every Protoss has to have a brand, okay? Since they don't have complicated macro mechanics, what they do have is a brand. So, do you like this brand? You tell me. Like, subscribe. Check out these videos. Or Twitch chat, I guess. Otherwise, good luck, have fun. I'll see you next time. Stay chill.